We're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
What a find.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The, ruins are just over there.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. I can't go on. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
You shouldn't have any trouble.
Indeed. Well,
All right.
your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
seen troops amassing at every port.
Mid.
Excellent.
And
Right.
how so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to... Which is why you need proper shit. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we... I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't...
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would...
Tomes? I've got all the details written down. Can you take this to him?
Right away.
Oh, I'm never drinking again.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at it?
What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shield can yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also, as you can imagine,
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if...
Perhaps it is not a different material.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. At timber and steel, and yet, we have made a home here from those very materials none.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obolus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said that before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls.
So if we could recreate...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best, I shall speak to them and see what if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, the knowledge of the past may yet...
Thank you, Hobbo. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, who will accompany you?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of
White chocobo eggs. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence moon dews having fallen. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
How goes the hunt?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these. Why don't we split up and see?
All right.
How about you look for the Pepio nut? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet...
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here. Good day.
What do you want? And good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and... Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to... But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of... Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalie?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go... Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Is there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done, when we can live on our own terms.
Thank you. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Tarja. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moondew.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in, I was just explaining to Tarja, and now that we have all the ingredients...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway. Under the what?
Apparently, it'll...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice, just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an... A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of act when both the shielding and the Moondew are ready. It will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of test, perhaps. Someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Up. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. What subject shall we consider today? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Thanks to Sid.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. He's supervising the construction and testing.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't.
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all to the black.
You know, when I got into this, I thought I'd be making swords and shields.
Displacement stack.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this house. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is...
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like... So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins Tim... That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but...
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too, now that you're little...
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Sid.
Let's hear it.
Well, lovely bit of kit. Problem is, it won't, which is why I've been looking.
I imagine Ty...
Proper.
So what exactly?
Nothing but bomb. I gave you a sample. You pour the black zone. And do you know what I found out?
I take it.
I would have gone myself.
All right.
Thank you.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
like the crystal too.
Hopefully it's nothing. What could be wrong with Torgor? Trouble with the ledgers. Blackthorn.
Not really.
This won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting. And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Perhaps sharing your thoughts, might it?
That bastard's like... Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give... It's just... well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd look. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he...
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even...
That's about as...
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith.
You're a soft touch, you know, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
I got your note. You think something's wrong?
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said he used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown. Didn't like him. Which is why I've not been working him too hard.
No harder than... Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems...
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's...
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything.
You're looking well.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged.
Running around after...
I suppose I am, yes.
Little one. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, which made it nice and easy.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who... Suppose you're not likely to go, Nick. Fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmecium. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of mine. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh.
I appreciate that. Lawsman.
He isn't it?
I don't think so. She says he's hardly been touching.
I rather think she might be. All canids are instinctive, and I see no reason why a Frostwolf should be any different. If we assume that his newfound... It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen is... Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose... As to where one might find a suitable sub...
I don't recall ever...
And little wonder. The oldest and the last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive. That's why I'm...
Shh. Otto. my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more. I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help keeping.
Bit late for that.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well,
We have that much to hand? I can always ask.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Ross after the King's ransom we had off him. He deserves better than to see our. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we can.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder. Is there anything I can do to...
There might be. How do you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents a pick. Little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates are.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making it. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to...
I know. Which is what?
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
She had a man of Gregor mopping their brows. The old things. Clive!
I wasn't expecting, but it seems we still owe you, and though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take...
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever buy. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about that? Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's...
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, Word probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea... Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, and when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that, and you keep good...
Ready, girl? All right. This won't be easy. But it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? It's over. Now. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my... Which means we owe the lawsman... You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You do know you can take that with you. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite.
There's talk.
Cut the glass down. How the hell is anyone supposed
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Giff. Oh, Ma.
Otto asked me to settle the hideaway and to...
I thought you might Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and...
You once told me Cid did... I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to... I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had us.
Long ago. And blamed himself for not... I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Cid, I've never met a man more keen to bear an ill habit. Given that both of all...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
The victims at the Viceroy's culling have been buried, but they will not be forgotten. We Guardians won't let this happen again.
Took everything.
Not everything. You still have your life, and it's up to you to decide what you do with it.
be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Farewell.
Here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Rain is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If Owain needs more than this, he can fetch it himself. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
It's gone.
Yeah. The whole mother crystal, John.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere.
My reputation will be...
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the...
Out! I paid for these rooms, so I...
Please, his lordship is going through a difficult time.
Radim!
Very good. Would you mind step...
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That he has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see.
I don't suppose a single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would...
I don't suppose you saw that...
I did not, no. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamon is set...
And that's where I'm at.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac.
That will be very...
Farewell.
It's over! Finished. over! Kill!
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Farewell.
This must be Ignac's. Nothing seems all right.
I hear I have... What shall I call?
Wyvern.
A formidable... Well, Wyvern? I appear to... Redeem here tells me you...
A few moments of your time.
You're a pick.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell...
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would... It was made in the out and is used exclusive, they believe. No combat should ever exceed a single strike. And each sword is made for that one perfect stroke. There's a brutal...
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. But it is the final stone which led a mineral quite foreign. And that, Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly... Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer and a far more.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition. I am one step ahead of the uns...
And there are many other collect...
Too many to count. But only one do I consider mine. And is a parrot. Farewell, Wyvern, may up... Redeem!
I think his lordship is rather taken. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an... Now, let's see...
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen accept...
But she was just too stuck. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen refused...
I hope it wasn't saying I...
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
right there? How's that?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. You're a gent, right then. There we... The Telemon Alembic.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking...
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in.
What kind of...
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the... Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old... Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll do...
Well...
That's the spirit! Well...
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavours. Without... And I'm telling you... That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembic's gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just you wait!
Lady Count Goad tells me. Would you prefer the debt?
What debt? I don't recall. I may have tossed a talent or two, but those were donations. And you can hardly...
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who...
Oh, fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest, whether you... Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer. Might be you even know her. A fine continental. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure.
I hear you ended up delivering it. Thanks to this, I sometimes wonder what I...
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of time. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or...
I knew so little about it.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seemed to have fun. How long did you know Sid?
Before he died. Back in the day. I was a purser on a trade ship. He bought passage to... Oh, forget what. We set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising. There was... The magic woke inside my son soon after his first named, and there was no hiding his neck.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him. And I couldn't for the life of me understand. Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when... Him who cried for me. Him who swore he'd do everything. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else... I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. So, Molly's left though. That'll teach me for treating you like you... All right, now we know what you're after. I can see about getting...
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
You can, aye. In return, you can thank Tomes.
I was just on my way to see... Sorry for that, but hopefully
you learned something about...
I did bet. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the one hit, and it might not be so bad if all you ever... Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you...
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably... There'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fight. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. Now that's something what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel. I won't make a copy, nah.
Oh, I'm sure the curse breakers will just...
Don't you worry. I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And I'll still be here when you're long... Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make, you come and find me when you've got the material.
Right.
Back, are you? What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Is it business or pleasure? I don't know many fleshes who deal in cuts up. Go on then. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Ah, were you able...
We were indeed, Lawsman. You put...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds me, do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's...
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, The records imply they are somewhat different in nature.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one. I consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal... In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been... And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen. One can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have a few new notes that might interest you. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. The door to the shell shall ever be open.
Crack the crystal too.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Ned told me she was building a ship.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. All done?
All right, Clive, we'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? No excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she...
She said that?
She...
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Ken.
Mid. Oboleth.
Yep. You in a hurry at all, are you? No, I offered to take it. But anyway, I would got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I...
Thank you, Oboleth.
Don't mention...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in camp. Well, I'll need...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just...
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun, just like when we built this. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind?
You can count on. Just be sure to give Sid and the...
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but...
I hope she's telling the truth. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky.
Really?
Oh, aye.
I take it there's
Oh, what about this fit?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding him.
How does a merchant?
Oh, the man's a coward.
He sent the two of us.
My brother's right on.
We may have seen our share of act.
You, however, chances are that...
Well, if I'm going to have to...
You've clearly got a fine head on them.
We're lucky. Now, reckon he won't be for...
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those bandits and point out...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take...
Look lively, you lot.
You've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of...
Seems we've...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will you be getting...
You leave that to us. After all,
you've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be so. What if we want his help?
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for this.
Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there. Believe you me.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Done for.
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting...
Please, I'm begging you.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Run like the wind. Safe.
It's over.
Come on.
Yeah!
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline tomb.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
All yours, Torvald!
Auckland.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he went for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Porter for hire.
What do you think, girl?
This is everything.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. A fine choice. Many thanks. You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch. For a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Bloody crimson caravans scooping up all the bicycles.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post haste.
I am hurrying.
Rivals had brought any coin with them, he'd be rich.
Drake's fangs fallen, would you believe it?
I hear the brothers found another victim.
I believe it, all right. What's that?
The third this
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
My peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Traders pass. On your way.
Oh,
Clive,
slow down, Good.
we cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't...
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So, to get the pass back, we need to...
I know where! No one knows more about what goes on.
Where do we find?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chock.
No time like the...
You two go on it. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure...
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Out of my sight, wretch!
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Just don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border, and with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to see...
So the children are stealing passes?
Yes, passes are inscribed with the names of their owners. And yet, none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing...
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's... Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass, and we want to ensure... Catch whoever's behind it all. And two birds shall be...
Is there any other way of getting...
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, but the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass...
All right.
Thank you, but I don't know your name.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is Spearhead. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Caravan stops next to the check.
Are you the furniture?
Looking for some... Eloise.
She told me you were leading the hunt.
For one, that their target harder to watch your back. Not that they'd be likely to catch them.
Their eyes must have lit up.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to...
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sec. Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help.
Is that so? For one, this isn't a family opera. Street urchins, by the...
Orphans from...
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new...
A shame.
Whoever's behind this would...
And so should...
You should start with the children or...
It's worth it.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Taste my peaches! They're sweet as
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Cons.
I was just wondering if...
Anything you grown-ups have. So guess what I'm about to tell you?
Sorry.
I'll take the large one.
Do you...
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's...
I don't know. What's picking pockets?
No, so if they come calling...
The caravan stops next to the check.
Jug of snake spit.
What do you want? It's all right. We're not going to hurt. Well, we've heard that some very bad... We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, Rick. He said he got a job.
Sounds proper.
We need to find him.
Do you know where you're...
He's usually by the tent.
Thank you.
Come on! Come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That big fat dog. He wouldn't have noticed. Yeah. Could use one of those things to get out.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up back.
Would they now? Perhaps you...
Shit! What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was hot. Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run?
There was a boy ran back there to...
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
It's all right, Hunter. I just want to ask...
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who were making...
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me... I knew they were bad, but didn't come at all half the time. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick up...
Hunter.
You found him, then?
Jill.
Eloise is watching over them. She sent...
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it. Not that I go against them, anyway. If it weren't for their Gil, me...
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she...
And why would she? Theodore, at your service.
Theodore.
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of... But it seems they've already stooped. Hans is a good lad. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the... Clive was... And my sisters asked you to help, but then we all want the same.
I'm sorry.
Where is it?
So?
What else? You get your trader's pass back.
All right then.
All right. Hansa.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said
we'll try it this time.
Back down the road.
To Laney's Cleft.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. The one who speaks. Sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company!
Soldiers.
Fewer now.
Especially the little one.
Scum.
The leaders of the...
They don't deserve it.
I wasn't planning on...
We're ready when you...
Oh, I'm...
That guard from Boklad! Kill him! Kill them all!
And they say... gold chains...
Have the names been...
Not yet. I reckon now I just need to sort through it all and return.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and,
We'll be glad to. Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast and their demise, so I only hope you're... Speaking of...
You are too... Here, Clive. Goods is...
I will.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the... Can I count on your help in sort...
Of course. I'll make... I expect you'll soon be on your way then. Would it now? Don't look so shocked.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson... For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market.
I was the first my sister helped escape.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are... And who better to join for... Wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose. So what would you say to...
It would be up.
And our honor. The honor is...
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in,
I shall bear it.
Well, all that remain, Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties,
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Anything I can do for you? Farewell, then.